How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So, I'm just trying to figure out kind of what I want to do with this exhaust system eventually. 'Cause I don't really like the system at the moment. I'm thinking maybe stacks or something like that will be kind of cool. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I've been tinkering with this a little bit this morning, and I'll be honest, a little bit last night as well. And I'm just trying to sort of get a list together of things that I need to fix. There's a few small things broken on it, but really not much. And also I'm trying to get a list together of parts that I need to give this thing a nice, good service. I have, however, noticed that it looks like this had a service quite recently. It looks like it's been well kept. And I think being a fire service vehicle, it probably would have. Because the last thing you want in the middle of a massive forest fire is your vehicle's breaking down. So yeah, it does look, judging by the oil, it looks like it's been serviced recently. But I'm going to give it a full service anyway, just to be 100% sure. But I'm quite happy to drive it the way that it is right now. Because I'll have to order everything in that we need. I don't think it's the kind of vehicle that the dealership will just have parts for lying around. So they'll have to order it in, but that's fine. I'll get a list together and I'll give that to them. And as soon as we get everything in, we'll give it a nice service. But yeah, like I said, I'm quite happy to drive it the way that it is right now. Everything seems to be kind of fine, which is good. And we will actually be driving this a little bit later on because we never picked up our trailer. It got late because, well, we bought this. And we never picked up the trailer, so we'll be using this to collect that later on today because we'll actually be needing it today as well, which is good. But, yeah, I mean, we could use the pickup or whatever, but I kind of want to drive this a little bit more and get a nice feel for it. And, yeah. But, yeah, we'll actually need our trailer that we need to go pick up. We're going to need that today to, well, start on a little side hustle. And that's sort of what I was hinting towards in the previous vlog, an idea that one of you guys gave me, so thanks for that. I put that in motion and I advertised a little bit and I actually got a few hits. So, yeah, we'll chat about that a little bit later on. This is not the big idea for River Hill, for the new property. That is a much bigger project, but we'll talk about that later on. But we do have a little bit of work that needs doing on the farm here before we can go mess about with our own stuff. And the job that needs doing is plowing. We need to plow the cornfield over here. And while I have all of the equipment out, I want to extend the soybean field as well. And while I do that, I'm just going to plow the entire field. I'll just make it bigger and then plow the entire field to have it nice and consistent throughout. But yeah, that is kind of the job that we need to do today. But when that is done, there really won't be much else for us to do over the course of the next 4 months or so. Other than sort of looking after the animals, there really won't be much for us to do. So I spoke to the old man about this, and he's quite happy for us to spend less time on the farm here throughout winter. As you can see, the colors on the trees are changing and we're heading back into winter, and there's really not that much to do on the farm here. So he said he's happy as long as the animals are taken care of and the dairy is taken care of, then we can sort of do our own thing. So that is good. That is exactly what I want to do. Now, the thing is, you guys sort of know what's happening with animals, and you know how everything works and what we sort of do. There's not a huge amount of work that goes into this. It's not a massive operation, so yeah, it's a few hours a day, maybe 2 hours a day. The pigs really don't need that much work, and yeah, the cows are relatively easygoing as well, easy to take care of. So because of that reason, over the course of the next 4 months or so, until we get through to about mid-February next year or March or something like that, when we start field work again, we're not going to be focusing a lot on farm work. I'll throw a little bit of the animal work and that in here and there, but we're not going to focus on that too much because you guys have seen all of it, and it's not the most exciting thing to watch over and over again. So we are basically just going to try and focus on our own things. I think we are at a stage now where we're pretty well settled in again. We've got our feet I would say, relatively firmly planted. And I kind of want to try and move forward again. I want to push forward again with some business ventures and really get going again. And I think now is the right time. We'll have a few months to really get that going. I've got some great ideas. I'm not going to announce that big idea for River Hill just yet, because it's about 99% certain that it's happening. But I've just got a few more things to figure out. And money-wise, we have to figure out a few things. But I think it's going to happen very, very soon. I do also want to get the log cabin just done as well. And get that out of the way so that we have a proper place to live. And yeah, we'll be over there rather than living over here, which will be cool. I am going to keep my job, don't get me wrong. I'm going to keep my job on the farm here. We're just going to be spending more time focusing on our own things until next year, when we start doing a lot more field work and stuff again. But yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, why I came over here is I wanted to chat to you about the pigs real quick, because a good while ago, our pigs actually had babies. We had about 20 babies, and I completely forgot to tell you guys. Every time I'm like, oh, I need to remember to tell you guys about the pigs, and I never did. So they're actually quite big now. But that does mean that we'll be taking pigs to market real soon, which will be kind of cool, because it's the first time that I've taken pigs to market since I started working here. So that's going to happen, and I finally remembered to tell you guys about that. So yeah, that is kind of cool. But anyway, we need to go get the 6250R going, because we're going to be using that for plowing. And yeah, when that's done, we'll head off to River Hill. Well, we'll head off to go get our new trailer, and then we'll head to River Hill and yeah, hopefully make a little bit of money today, which will be nice. Yeah, I also have to say that I'm kind of sad that harvesting has already come and gone. Obviously, we have a relatively small operation here, especially in terms of arable, because it's really just for feed for the animals, and I really do love harvesting. You guys know this. I love it, and I looked forward to it so much, and it all was done in a day, which is kind of sad, but hey, it is what it is. See, the old man's not here. That's good, I guess, because he's been spending a lot of time at home recently, but I have noticed over the last few days that he's been out a lot, so maybe he just wasn't feeling too well. But yeah, it looks like he's out and about a lot more the last few days here, so that is good. I'm happy to see that. Right, hey. We need to get you going. Lovely jubbly. Okay, let's get a door open. Nice. And look at that beauty. I have to say, I really do like the black paint, and I do like the black and red wheels. Like, this is almost exactly what I want ours to be. I don't know if it'll ever be this, but I think we could get close. I really do think we could get close. See, he's got the stack on there, which I like. I do like that stack exhaust. Some beefy tires on here as well, compared to what we've got. Oh my goodness. These are nice. This is what I was talking about with the hydraulics. These sort of hydraulic lifters, front and back. We could have those if we want. Because I initially thought ours didn't have hydraulics. I didn't notice that it actually had the hydraulic attachers on the side there. We've actually got, I think, 4. This has only got 2. But yeah, so we could have this front and back if we wanted to. I don't think we will, because I can't really see a need for it, other than maybe attaching like a snowplow. But I don't know if we'll do that on ours. I'll have to think about that. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, we're not going to do anything right now because it's expensive and we need to keep the money for other things right now. But yeah, I would love if we can get ours even close to something like this. This is beautiful. I love this thing. But yeah, anyway, I'll let this run for a minute or so, and then I'll have to go dig out the plow because I'm pretty sure I buried it in the back of the shed again, as usual. And we'll get the drone out, we'll get these 2 fields knocked out, and then we'll go get our trailer, and we'll head out to River Hill, and we'll start work on some of our own things. So, yeah, for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, well, that kind of turned into a lot more work than I was intending to do today, because it was sort of a bit of a snowball effect, sort of one thing leading to another thing, because I started with the plowing over on the soybean field, and I sort of looked at it and it wasn't doing an amazing job. And I thought, well, it's really going to struggle on the cornfield. And I should maybe try and break that stubble up a little bit before we bring the plow in here. So I got the cultivator to do that, which actually worked really well. And then I kind of thought, well, while I've got the cultivator out, I might as well do this field. So I did that. And then I thought, well, you know what? Let's do the plowing on there. And I did that. And I thought, okay, well, that's looking much better. It's sort of the way I wanted. And I thought, well, we might as well sort of just roll it to get it nice and flat and sort of get it ready for seeding. And then I thought, well, we might as well do the rolling here as well. So we did that. And then I thought, okay, we'll do the rolling on the other two fields, but it didn't work that well. So I thought I'll probably have to bring the cultivator back out and sort of run over that with the cultivator. So we did that, and then we did the rolling there. And yeah, it just turned into like a massive big job, which I wasn't actually planning on. Well, I wasn't planning on it at all, but I'm kind of happy that we did it, because now it's just one less thing to think about. The fields are ready. The fields are ready for our next season, and that's about 4 months out. Also, I had to do a little bit of lime spreading on the soybean field here, so I got that done as well. But yeah, the fields are ready. We don't have to worry about them at all for the next 4 or 5 months until seeding comes around. And really the only thing that we still have to do over here is maybe an application of fertilizer, but that's it. That's it. Otherwise, it's ready to go, and it's actually looking really nice. So I'm very happy with that, because it also means that we don't have to look at like stubble on the fields for the next few months when we're around here on the farm. Instead, we can look at our beautiful fields that are, well, basically seed beds now. They're looking great. It's actually looking really pretty like that. So, yeah, quite happy with that, but completely unintentional. I did not plan on that at all. So, yeah, I do apologize that our quick plowing time-lapse turned into a major operation on the farm. But, anyway, it's done now, and I've got all of the equipment put away. But I did want to drive up and take a look at the wheat field real quick and see how that's doing, because we just had a rain shower. It wasn't a massive rain shower, but I just wanted to see how that field is doing anyway, because I haven't really checked on it for a little while. The seeds have germinated, and they're popping through the ground and looking nice and green. Looks like a carpet out there, which is fantastic. So let's just cross over here. Yeah, that's looking really good. Really nice indeed. Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be a better yield than what the other crops were. I did speak to the old man real quick, and it wasn't amazing. It wasn't like they would normally get, but it wasn't horrible. Yeah, hopefully this does better. Hopefully we get the rains that we need, and yeah, we get the yield that we need. Wait, why is that conveyor outside? Why is this here? This should be attached to that. Because I set this all up so that we can pull out of that easily. When we need to feed the pigs, we can bring the potatoes out. Why is this disconnected? This was not disconnected. I don't think the old man would have messed around with this. Wait. Where's the John Deere? Wait, what? I did not move the John Deere. There's no way the old man would have moved that. Did our John Deere get stolen? Why on earth would someone steal that? It's worth nothing. It's literally worth nothing. It doesn't work. That's why that is outside, because that was here. I set this all up here so we can pull out of the shed here with the potatoes easily with the conveyor belt, because we have it. We might as well use it rather than using a front loader with a bucket all the time. But that was in the way, so that had to be disconnected. Why would they have not taken that? Why go through all of the effort to take the... Okay, well, I actually had plans for that, John Deere. This whole new business venture on the new property, I wanted to use that for that. Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't going to fix it. I was just going to use it because it was going to look nice, but, okay, well, I'll have to report that. Why would... Anyway, I mean, it wasn't worth a lot of money. It was more a sentimental thing, but... Anyway, right, it is relatively late in the day. We're coming up to 4 o'clock, and I'm not going to have enough time to actually go out and do what I wanted to do, but we'll get into that real soon here. I do, however, want to grab the Unimog and go collect our trailer. I do want to get that today, and we'll take that up to River Hill, and we'll drop the trailer there. We're going to need it very, very shortly, within the next few days or so. So that's fine. Well, we actually kind of were supposed to use it today, but yeah, that kind of changed now, and partly because I sort of did a lot more field work than what I was intending to do, but also I have to go, yeah, report a stolen tractor. Fantastic. But yeah, I'm gonna grab the Unimog, and I'll head down to the station, and I'll fill in a report over there, and then we'll go grab our trailer and take that up to River Hill. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I have the report filled out, and we'll see what happens. I'll be honest, they didn't look too optimistic about finding this thing. Apparently, finding stolen farm equipment has a relatively low success rate, which I guess is understandable. But yeah, we'll see anyway. I mean, we've done as much as we can do. I just don't get why someone would have stolen that. And like, why not take the conveyor belt? Like, even just a small bit. You went through all of the effort to get rid of it, or get it out of the way, so why not take it with? I don't know, I don't get it, but yeah. Anyway, the trailer that we are picking up, we actually purchased from the guys across the road at the mill here. Now, I have to find it, because when I came and looked at it, it was at the front of the property here. And then, obviously, I phoned up and I said, yeah, okay, I want to go ahead and buy it. And they said, no problem, you can come and collect it, but we've moved it. It's at the back of the property. And they tried to explain to me where exactly that is, but I have no idea. This place is a maze. And the back of the property can vary depending on what direction you're coming from. But they said from the main road all the way through to the back, there's a big silo, and it's next to the silo. Oh, hang on. I see a silo. Okay, so it must be there then. Yeah, okay, well, I guess that makes sense to be the back of the property. if you're coming from the roadside. Let's see if we're correct. Oh yeah, okay, I see it. Fantastic. Righty, I guess that makes sense. That's a big silo. Yep, definitely a big silo. Okay, anyway, that is our trailer. And it's not a fancy trailer. It's nothing like what we looked at Mike's place, but I think this has a different purpose. The one at Mike's place kind of looked like it was made to sort of transport logs on like tarmac roads, with this quite aggressive tires on it, which I liked. And the reason for that is because obviously our property is quite hilly, and where we're going to be using this is probably going to be quite hilly as well, so it won't slide as much, which is good. But it's very similar to what we had in Elm Creek. It's very, very similar to the trailers we had over there. So yeah, I mean, I guess there's not much that can change on these trailers. We just didn't have as aggressive tires on the trailers over there, if I recall correctly. But yeah, I think it's gonna do the job for us. I think it's gonna work really well. Definitely needs a bit of a clean though. Well, the Unimog as well, and so does, I guess, most of our equipment. But yeah, right. The thing is, now we're gonna have to find a spot for this over at River Hill, because we're accumulating equipment pretty quickly. We'll have to look at building sheds, but we have to finish the log cabin first, and then we'll look at sheds. But we've got another project that we need to kind of get going. Oh, so much to do. Anyway, I'm gonna take this back up and well, back up home, and yeah, I'll see you guys there. Alright, back at our place, and yeah, I guess home for these two from now on, which is good, and home for us very soon, because our log cabin is very nearly done. Not going to show you guys just yet, though, but yeah, we'll be moving in very soon, which I'm excited for, because winter's coming and the shed is really freaking cold in wintertime. So yeah, I want to move out as soon as possible. But yeah, we'll well, we've actually got quite a bit of space here, so we'll just plonk the trailer over here in the Unimog, I guess. But I really do want to build a shed over here as soon as we possibly can. I kind of want to look for something that sort of got disassembled somewhere else, basically a second-hand shed, because they're usually quite cheap. So that is kind of my plan over here. It's just a matter of finding one that'll actually work over here. But yeah, we'll worry about that when we need to. I just kind of want to get our equipment out of the elements before winter, though. But I don't know if it's going to be possible. But yeah, other than that, we've got a few projects that need to happen real soon. Unfortunately, we didn't get to start our new side hustle today, but we'll start that very soon. We also need to make a bit more firewood soon. And then we've got this big project that needs to kick off, and I'm 99.9% sure that that is going to happen. And if it's going to happen, which I really think it is, it's going to happen very, very soon. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be very hands-on. It's a big project, but I think you guys will absolutely love it. I think it's going to be great, and I think it'll be good for us financially as well. So yeah, really looking forward to that. But yeah, I think we had a pretty productive day there. We did a lot more than what I expected to do today, or a lot more field work than what I expected to do. But it's good, because with all of these projects that needs to happen, it's one less thing for me to worry about. Even if it's only like due in a few months for those fields to be ready, it's nice to just know that they are ready. So yeah. Unfortunately, we also shut down, or, well, ended the day. Shut down the day? Yeah, I guess we kind of shut down the day. But ended the day with a bit of bad news with our tractor being stolen. But, yeah, nothing we can really do about that. I'm not going to let it get me down too much. It's not a money thing. It's not worth much anyway. It's more the sentimental value of it. And I had a really good idea for that with the new big project that's about to happen. I was going to use it there, but I mean, we can do something else. It's not a massive deal. I just would have liked to use that. But anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna let that get me down too much, because I kind of have to go. I have to go freshen up, because I have got a date with Maggie tonight. So, yeah, I'm not going to worry about the tractor too much. I'm just going to go and have a nice dinner. So, yeah. Anyway, we are going to leave it there for today. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.